Did you ever look at your body and wonder if the little changes you saw were just normal signs of getting older, or were they a sign of something more? There are some physical changes that happen to guys as they age. It's possible to smell one before you can see it. Some are very clear, and others are somewhat less so. Changes like these don't just happen. They show how the body makes changes over time. Today's video will show you 4 common signs that a man is getting older. 1 has to do with smell, 2 have to do with body parts getting bigger, and 1 actually gets smaller over time. Some of these changes happen slowly over time, while others may catch you off guard when you look in the mirror. Do you see any of these signs in yourself? You might learn something that helps you understand changes you've seen, but not fully understood if you stick with us until the end. Watch this video all the way through, and you'll have a good idea of what's going on with your body, and maybe even what you can do about it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel before we start, so you don't miss any of our health and aging videos. It's time to begin. The strong smell of getting old. A unique smell can form over time, which is something that many people have noticed when they visit senior living facilities. The smell isn't from bad cleanliness or bad cologne. It's from a deeper biological process happening at the cellular level. Over time, men's skin goes through biological changes that cause a substance called nonanol to be made. This smell, which comes from fatty acids breaking down in the skin because of oxidative stress, may not be visible to some people, but is to others. A lot of people say it smells like grass, wax, or even old bread. Non-nenal is a problem, because it's not easy to wash off like skin oils or sweat. In contrast to normal body odors that come from bacteria breaking down sweat, this material sticks to clothes and skin and won't come off with regular soaps. This is the reason why some guys can still smell it after taking a shower. Younger skin heals quickly and gets rid of extra oil, but as you age, your skin holds on to more damaged fatty acids, which makes this smell stronger over time. An engineer who is 74 years old, Richard, started to notice that his shirts still smelled a certain way after he washed them. "Grandpa, you smell like books and wood," his granddaughter told him one day. This is a very usual way to describe the smell. He first thought it smelled like his cologne or laundry soap, but when he tried different ones and still smelled the same, he realized it was his own skin. He wasn't the only one going through this. Researchers have found that around the age of 40, guys start making small amounts of nonenal. By the age of 70, the smell is much stronger. You can't stop your body from making nonenal, but there are ways to keep it from building up too much. Regular body washes aren't as good at removing nonenal as soaps that are made to get rid of extra oil. Oxidative stress can also be slowed down by eating a lot of antioxidant-rich foods, like fresh greens, citrus fruits, and green tea. Since nonenal sticks to fabrics, cleaning clothes with baking soda or using sprays made for aging skin that get rid of smells can also make a big difference. Now you know that if you've noticed that your scent has changed over the years, it's not just your imagination or a matter of hygiene. It's a normal part of getting older that every older man goes through at some time. More fat around the middle that won't go away. One of the most obvious signs of aging in guys is a waistline that gets bigger. This isn't just caused by eating too much or not working out. Metabolic rate naturally slows down in guys as they age, which makes it easier for fat to build up in this area. Loss of muscle and changes in hormones also make this process worse, which makes it more common to store fat, especially around the belly. You may have noticed that your waist keeps getting bigger even if you eat the same way you did when you were 40 or 50. As time goes on, testosterone levels drop, and the body's ability to keep lean muscle goes down with them. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, this decrease slows down the metabolism. This makes it easier for extra calories to turn into belly fat than before. For some guys, This change doesn't just affect how they look, it also changes how they feel. Clothes may feel tighter, it may get harder to bend over, and having extra weight can make it harder to do normal things. Take Frank, a retired 76-year-old man who was always thin when he was younger. His diet hadn't changed much, but all of a sudden he realized that his arms and legs were thinner and his stomach was sticking out more. At first, he thought it was just a sign of getting older, but he didn't know that his body was redistributing fat, putting more in his stomach while losing muscle mass in his arms. But this change isn't just about how they look. Studies have shown that older guys with extra belly fat are more likely to get heart disease, diabetes, and even lose their mental sharpness. Unlike fat stored in other parts of the body, fat in the abdomen is metabolically active. It releases chemicals that cause inflammation that have effects on everything from brain health to blood pressure. This is why guys in their 70s and 80s who have more belly fat often feel more tired, have joint pain, and even have trouble sleeping. So what can be done to make this process go faster? First, strength training like weightlifting is one of the best ways to stop losing muscle and keep your metabolism from slowing down too much. Putting protein first in your diet also helps you keep your lean body mass and makes you feel fuller, which makes it easier to control your weight. Lastly, cutting back on processed carbs and added sugars can help keep insulin levels in check and stop fat from building up too much. Getting some belly fat as you age is normal, but letting it get worse can be very bad for your health. If you've noticed that your waistline is getting bigger, even though you're still eating right and working out, it's not your mind. Your body is just adjusting to the normal changes in hormones that come with getting older. The puzzle of ears that grow. Your ears are getting bigger over time, but you might not notice it in everyday life. While muscles tend to get smaller over time, and fat moves to different parts of the body, ears keep growing. This is not a trick, it's a real effect caused by changes in joint tissue. A lot of the outer ear is made up of cartilage, which keeps growing as we age. While this is going on, gravity is always pulling down on the ears, making them look even bigger and longer. If you've ever seen an old picture and thought, "My ears weren't this big before," you're not crazy. It has been found that ears get about 8 centimeters longer every 10 years. What this means is that a man may notice a big change in the size of his ears between his youth and his 70s or 80s. Even though this change happens slowly over time, over decades it becomes clear what it has done. George, who is 78 years old and used to be a teacher, has always had ears that were the right size for his face. He was shocked to see how much his ears had changed when he looked at an old wedding picture. They were not only bigger, but they also looked longer and saggier. He also saw that his earlobes, which used to be hard and round, had gotten thinner and stretched out, which made his ears look even bigger. This change in how they look can make some guys feel worse about how they look. But is there something that can be done? You can't stop cartilage from growing, but keeping your skin healthy and flexible can help lessen the effects of drooping. You can slow this process down by drinking plenty of water, eating foods that help your body make more collagen, and keeping your face from getting too much sun. Using moisturizers and vitamin-rich skincare products can also help keep the structure of your earlobes over time if they look thin or wrinkled. In the end, ears that get bigger are just a normal part of getting older. It's not a health problem, like lines or gray hair. It's just a biological process that makes sure you can still hear what's going on around you. The legs that are going away. An important change that men notice as they age is that their legs, especially their calves, get bigger. Maybe you looked down one day and saw that your legs, which used to be strong and well-defined, don't have the same shape or volume. This change isn't just because you've lost weight. It's a normal part of getting older called muscle atrophy, in which muscle mass slowly decreases over time. There are several reasons for this change. First, the body loses muscle faster than it can build it back up when amounts of testosterone and growth hormone drop. Second, a lot of guys get less active as they age and don't even realize it. The person may not be using their calf muscles as much as they used to, even if they walk every day. This is especially true if they don't run, jump, or lift big weights. Lastly, changes in circulation can make it so that less blood gets to the legs, which makes muscle loss even worse. Take Robert, a 75-year-old man who worked on his feet for most of his life. He used to have strong, well-defined thighs, but by the time he was in his mid-60s, he could tell that his legs were getting weaker and thinner. It got harder for him to do even easy things, like going up and down stairs, or getting up from a chair without using his hands. He first thought it was because he was getting older, but the truth was that his muscles were shrinking because he wasn't working out as much, and his hormones were changing. It's not just about how you look when you lose muscle in your legs. It has real effects. Weak leg muscles can make it harder to keep your balance, raise your risk of falling, and even slow you down when you walk. Studies have shown that guys whose calf muscles aren't as strong tend to have more trouble moving around as they get older. This makes daily tasks harder for them. That's why one of the most important things you can do to stay independent as you age is to keep your lower body strong. The good news is that with the right workouts, this process can be slowed down or even turned around. Simple exercises like calf raises, resistance band training, and even fast walking up and down a slope can help rebuild muscle fibers and make blood flow better. Also, what you eat is very important. Getting enough protein from lean meats, eggs, or plant-based foods helps muscles stay strong and heal. Do something about it if you've noticed that your legs look or feel thinner. One of the signs of getting older that can be fixed with work. Doing something now can help you stay strong and mobile for years to come. Take a moment to think about what we've talked about so far. 4 minor but telling signs that a man is getting older. How many of these have you seen in other people or in yourself? Some changes that come with getting older are unavoidable, but knowing about them can help you take better care of your body. Whether it's staying busy to keep your muscles strong, noticing changes in your skin, or making small changes to your daily routine, these things can help you age with confidence and health. People shouldn't be afraid of getting older. They should welcome it as a time in their lives that can be lived well. There are signs of experience, strength, and knowledge in every wrinkle, every shift, and even the faint smell of time. Do not stress out too much about these changes. Instead, think about what you can do to stay healthy and active so that you can enjoy this new part of your life to the best. Now it's your turn. Which of these signs caught your eye the most? Have you seen any of these changes in yourself? Maybe you've seen other changes that weren't listed here. In the comment section below, write about something new you learned today and how you plan to use it. We value your opinion, so please don't hold back from telling us what you think. Reading your comments makes us want to keep making material that is both useful and inspiring. Remember to like, follow, and turn on the bell so you never miss one of our videos if you liked this one and found the information useful. Your help is very important to us, so we can keep giving you good material. Glad you watched, and see you in the next video.